What have you done?
I fucked up.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say it.
I don't want to say anything.
I got ID'd for the first time in 4 years.
I mean, we have to have somebody that at least competes with Tsunami.
I know,
some level
I know.
Of beard department, but
I'm gonna grow it out. Hopefully, if I get to work TI, of course. You never know.
Yes.
I will have a. I'm not gonna shave until then. Not gonna shave until I work another TI, basically.
All right, that's great to hear. So this is game number 2. Woo! Liquid versus Tundra. Liquid have the 1-0 lead thus far. Yeah, that is a Chaos Bolt and completely surrounding him. Boxy gets up a nice avalanche, but the body block come for 33. First blood to Snake King. Maybe not the exact person you wanted that on, but Tundra will take the first blood nonetheless. And obviously, more kills than they had in the first 15 minutes of last game. So,
weak, yeah.
Better start for Tundra, who, again, they've lost some games, but they haven't lost any series thus far in the DPC. So we'll see if Liquid can take them out. It's 33. Take a little bit of damage from Insania, as we are seeing, as the panel talked about, Matu play the sniper, which I am genuinely trying to remember the last time. I mean, I know he's been picked a lot this DPC season, but the last time I cast sniper, it might be like DAC, literally.
Damn.
That could be a complete lie.
Time ago.
It feels like forever since Sniper and I have been together.
Graced in the same game, but yes, we've basically seen the return of Carry Sniper, simply because it's this safe lane hero. You go Mask of Madness, Dragonlance, either small crit BKB or just BKB. You max Shrapnel and Headshot. You don't really care too much about your ultimate too often. Super hard to catch, pump out a lot of damage, really obnoxious. Also, you kind of protect your safe lane tower for quite a lot of time, and it's why you see it look kind of good against these Enigmas, these Beastmasters. They have the summons, and you know, historically, summons hate playing into Shrapnel, the move slow, the damage. So yeah, we've kind of seen that return. Yeah. But I think the big thing for me in this game is Liquid, the lack of teamfight that they possess, puts so much emphasis on them winning their lanes and playing off of the aggression of Mickey's Ember Spirit and dictating every fight so Sniper can play behind that pocket. If that doesn't happen and the game state becomes somewhat even in the mid game, I feel like Tundra will be just overwhelmingly tanky. The vision, the jump with the Pango BCK, it could be overwhelming for Liquid. So I'm really all eyes on this mid lane and how Mickey kind of opens up the game for Liquid to follow behind.
Yeah, and Pango, I would say, struggles against heroes like Ember that can kind of, I mean, I feel like Pango struggles against everybody pretty much until you get to a certain point. Obviously, with the changes, I guess it's been a while now, but Diffusal being so cheap, something that can come online a little bit earlier for him to be able to get his farm back up. As Insania getting chased by Soxa, who's playing the support Marcy this time.
Oh, he's got fly into.
Right clicks off, yeah. Arctic Burn is available, and that'll force Soxa out completely.
So majestic.
It'll be fine though. How has your interpretation is not the right word. Vocabulary is going to be slow with the jet lag, T-Gov, so you're going to have to hold. You're going to have to forgive me here. With the changes to Healing Salve, obviously a lot of theories of how that was going to transpire. How have you felt now that it's been a few weeks since that change?
It's refreshing. I'm not getting bullied by my carries anymore. I've been able to go to bed at night and not have, you know, PTSD that I didn't buy 7 salves. And
so the only PTSD you have is when they shave the beard, the regrets.
Yeah, that's true as well. There's actually a lot of things going on in my head. But no, I think overall, I'm kind of happy with the changes. I think teams have understood that you need to have some element of either regen in your team or at least just itemize differently. It's a little bit more scrappy in lane now. Let me rephrase that. Less scrappy in lane. We're seeing less kills outside of maybe the off lane finding them, as you see here. But yeah, I think we've come to a good place in regards to the salve meta. I'm happy it's gone, honestly. It was a little bit too good for the safe lane.
Yeah, I think it's been. I haven't really heard anybody complain about it other than carries, but nobody gives a shit what they think. So.
Exactly. They've had too many years of being broken, and they still win games.
Yeah, I mean, you remember the days when Salve was canceled by creeps, for God's sake. Those were terrible days. A lot of damage applied to Mickey, but 9 completely out of mana with the Shield Crash build coming through. I should rephrase. Okay, I was wrong. Sniper, I've definitely cast, but not as a carry, I don't think. It's been like that pathetic position for like Jenkins style. The fact that this patch is catered to Jenkins with Sniper Pudge is insane, actually.
You gotta know that.
Somebody's watching that stream.
Yeah. Clearly, IceFrog really likes Arkosh.
No. That's impossible. IceFrog could never worship anything to do with Arkosh, especially Slags. As Boxy getting chased out by Snake King with the Fire Spirits.
Matu bot lane.
Yeah, Dispose comes through, so Matu's in quite a bit of trouble, but 33 and company stuck inside the shrapnel. That's 1 kill for Matu, trying to apply some more pressure to Soxa. And a nice kiting potential coming through from Insania as well, as Soxa will die. Double kill for Matu. Lives on a sliver of HP.
That was absolutely
died shortly after.
beautiful. Like, oh my god. The shrapnel, the headshot, the walk back, the A-click, go back again. He eventually dies to a range creep, but he's happy. He's happy to die to the creeps that get the reset. But that was some S-tier little, kiting out from the sniper there. And it's why you're seeing it in the safe lane, especially when there's not a kill-hungry combo. Like, you'd rarely see sniper be laned into like the Marcy Vipers of the world, right? But something a little bit more static, be it like a Pango or a Beastmaster, Enigma, these heroes that kind of passively exist within the lane, that's where sniper thrives, and you get these. Look at this, triple Wraith Band, boots,
filth.
Like 13 odd armor, plus the move speed, it's hard to kill.
And we'll see if the build is exactly the same. I mean, is there any variability to the sniper builds that you've been seeing, or is it pretty much cookie cutter at this stage?
It does feel pretty cookie cutter. I know that Matu, when he first started playing carry sniper in the last week or so, he experimented with the damage version. Is it the small crit? Is it the deso? But realistically, it's Mask of Madness, Wraith Bands, small crit BKB, and then obviously Satanic and Daedalus to follow after that, but Swift Blink as well.
Yeah.
Yet to really see any complete left field snipers. And I remember back in the day, it used to be just a Wraith Band Satanic rush. But people kind of moved.
Yeah, that always looked kind of noobish.
Kinda,
Pros are doing it, but it looks like something you do when you first start playing, right?
It's like the Tiny's buying Moonshot. You're like,
yeah.
Is it really that good?
Yeah.
If you actually get through that hurdle of farming, it looks great, but...
I mean, the worst one was the Null Talisman, though, for Storm. Like, 5 Null Talismans, late game.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
It took people over a month to realize, like, that's actually good. EG, they've been doing it for so long, people flaming them, and then eventually, like, wow, this is amazing. EG was ahead of the curve. Bubble was right.
I mean, it helps when you pick the same hero every single game. Eventually, it's going to be good. As Soxa getting that double damage and rebounding to safety. Ends up stealing it away from everybody, essentially. Zai gets off the Nether Toxin, but the Chaos Bolt is there, and the team up with Snake King is going to be enough for the kill for Skeeter. Ties it up 3-3. We're seeing a much more even game in game number 2, which is always a blessing. And when there's a sniper in the game, I mean, do you go Shard on this hero?
Yeah, you can.
Like, how early would you say Shard is it ever a priority? Is it just dependent on who you're going up against?
It's pretty much I'd say after BKB territory.
Okay.
You already want to be defensive, and then you get that Shard, which is the concussive grenade. It moves the sniper back, also disarming the heroes that it hits. So it's pretty cool in theory. But yeah,
and he's going against many melee heroes, which probably high value. Obviously, Pango will not be one of the ones really affected, but I mean, Sniper's there really to kill Egg, I feel like. That's the big Egg killer on their team.
You have to treat Sniper like what an Oracle does in the game, right? Like an Oracle, when you see it, we have to kill the Oracle. Right. We have to stop him saving the core. If we don't jump the Oracle, the core will always kill us. Sniper's the same kind of thing. If you don't jump the Sniper, you're jumping someone else. The Sniper will be the one killing you just because of the positioning and how far back he often stands.
33, getting slowed. Assassinate's coming in as well. Mickey gets roared. Looks like 33 is going to be able to walk this off. Now they know that roar is down.
But this is what Liquid needs with this lineup, right? I mentioned already how you want to have Mickey in the front, lead the charge, have that fight. And the trade-off is they're kind of sacrificing Viper's game a little bit. Right now, if Zai pokes his head into top lane, he is going to get killed off by the CK +1. But in doing so, you're allowing the Sniper just to free farm. There's no real pressure on him.
Yeah, that's true.
And even Box is coming over.
Yep, 33 back into the fray. He's going to get Avatos out. Okay, the Assassinate was enough. Matu gets credit for that one from afar. Still trying to contest this. A nice sleight of fist comes through as Soxa looks to be the next dead. 9 gets off the Rolling Thunder, though. Trying to save Soxa, will not do so. Sleight of fist still there. 9 will have to Rolling Thunder back to base. 2 kills for Liquid. Nice little mini engagement there.
Yeah, love to see the fight there from Matu. He's gone for the 4-1-1 build, making sure he's got the shrapnel up. Of course, it doesn't change the time, but yeah, just the damage he can provide early on, it is really nice. And I think that's the main disparity between like what CK has and why people maybe fell off enjoying him. I think that's another, again, Zai, unfortunately, in this game, you are the sacrificial lamb. You're going to die a couple of times.
Oh, wait, he die though? He's slowing Soxa, but there's the flyby by Snake King. That's going to be enough to turn that around. And on the other side, 33 will drop, so Both position 3s go down on opposite sides of the map. I do want to ask you this because obviously last game, the big talk is...
Look at the tips though.
On the side. Okay.
Yeah. Because they know Zai is just soaking up. He's just like, yeah, boys, I'm going to sit in my lane. You win me the game.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to your question.
Zai doesn't get affected by anything.
No.
Is what I've learned.
Zai J. Yep, go on. What was the question?
Let's see if I can remember what I was talking about. Tigo, thank you so much. It was about Pango, of course.
What about him, boss?
So, the last game was basically about Faceless Void being mid, and that was the big question mark, right? This doesn't look like a very good Pango game. I mean, Lacoste kind of talked about it. Winter's Curse is really good against Rolling Thunder. Viper Strike goes through it. Searing Chains are really, really annoying. You have to get like a Lotus or something like that on Pango. You basically have to itemize against these things, and then you won't have really the normal items that you want to be able to have impact.
The key thing there is the way that you describe Pango not having a good game opens everyone else having a very good game, right? Like this Pango soaking up the curse. CK now jumps in with his illusions, can't get cursed, right?
Yep, that's true. Soxa will drop. Speaking of
Skeeter.
Phantasm, being used to farm now. Skeeter. Looks like he'll be fine though.
So yeah, I feel like this Pango right now, it's going to be that absorber of some key spells. You buy Diffusal Blade, you can punish Ember, Viper, their mana pool is quite low, even Tiny to some degree. So yeah, I feel like this Pango should have a decent game through enabling his team. Like this probably won't be the game where Pango goes 17-1 and pops off, unless he has Lincolns, the Shard, Ags, all the items to boot. But yeah, very much an enabling mid hero, unlike the Void game.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. This will be pretty tough, especially when Matu gets more right click.
It's so nice to see the carry not rotate out, right? Like we get to see him just sit in the bot lane. He's just throwing down his shrapnel. People are ready to TP in if needed.
Yeah. It's a nice day to be sniper. You don't get to say that very often in Dota. I mean, he had his patch though with Troll Warlord and Juggernaut, if I remember.
Yeah, the Troll Sniper patch. Yeah.
That was that's why his heroes have been awful since then. Everybody just has PTSD from literally like 8 years ago at this point. Okay, Snaking looks to be fine, dives to safety, and Tier 1 tower is going to be going to Liquid.
Do you feel like if all the pro players like grouped up and agreed that a really bad hero was good and could like fake claim it for an entire tournament, Valve would just have to nerf it, even though it's not good? If they just fake
players
it to the
do have a lot of sway, I will say that. As do you have an example? Has this happened before?
No, I mean like Warlock right now is on the edge of being like good to bad, right? But imagine if like all pro players were like, okay, we're gonna for 1 week pick Warlock to try and bait Valve and just nerfing it into its.
But you'd have to win.
Sure, it's a good point.
If you're gonna lose, then it's not gonna make much of a difference here.
Nice toss back there.
Yep, 33.
Oh,
ends
got
up
33.
using his roar, but he's gonna die inside that shrapnel. But the kill ends up going to Insania. And racking up those kills this series. 9 on the other side. Nice shield crash just out of range of the Avalanche, but the toss is there. Into the Viper Strike. He's inside the trees, pops the Fairy Fire. TP support has come, but he's going to lose his life first. Zai gets Reality Rifted back, so at the very least it'll be a trade. In fact, Boxy dies as well.
Nice curse.
Winter's Curse.
No shrapnel.
Okay, has his Sleight of Fist ready to go. He's going to be able to take out Soxa, now focusing on the Skeeter, getting kited. And the Egg going to buy a little bit of space for his carry to get away.
They got chains up in 2.
Remnants up as well. Snake King going the opposite direction. Nice juke.
Liquid just fighting in all parts of the map, right? They kill off Beastmaster bottom, they're poking mid, then they quickly pivot from bot into mid, making sure they keep up that pressure. And Tundra, their lineup isn't built for these quick fights early on. They're ready to react underneath towers, but the speed in which Liquid's just playing around it is a little bit difficult. And you saw CK. He didn't really want to join that fight. He's playing on the edge, but he doesn't have the items to be that explosive carry that we know him for.
Right.
He needs time. It's like Armlet, probably, maybe, you'd argue a Blink to catch, but then you're not re-farming. Yeah, it's like Armlet BKB maybe, or Armlet Shadow or something. It's a difficult game for sure for the CK.
Well, 9 about to finish the Diffusal Blade. Let's see how much impact that's going to have on this game. Obviously will help set up his Rolling Thunder a little bit easier, and the mana drain is... I mean, how big of a deal is the mana burn in this particular game? I guess Ember Spirit's the one that has to fear the most.
I think it's very, very big for the Ember and the Viper. If you ever catch them, even the Tiny, these heroes all have like below 500, 600 mana pools. So if you ever clip one of them, you get put down like 100, 200 mana. You're going to feel that when you try to go for that secondary fight, the next skirmish. And Liquid, they're built around non-stop skirmishing. It's the poke of Ember, the survivability of Viper, Sniper behind that. If the Ember can't poke, you open up an entry to find that Sniper.
Yep, Skeeter wants to focus on Zai. Will actually be retreating for now. You can see the searing arrows absolutely owning 9. Tries to get off the Rolling Thunder. In fact, does so, but dies immediately afterwards. So 30 seconds of no Pango for Tundra, so they're going to have to retreat and potentially give up this tier 1 tower.
So the rough is being if you're Tundra. You have this Beastmaster, you have the Helmet Dominator, but you've never been able to take this tier 1 tower at minute 15. So his economy is built around these early towers. He's bottom of the cores, tied with the Viper, but he's not able to play his own game. And you can't really bring the Beast into a fight, because then it was just going to be a Shrapnel or Winter Wyvern with the Curse. But yeah, Tundra really playing with a man down right now until he gets online. So it's tough spot to be in.
I mean, at this early stage of the game, 1 Searing Arrows is like a death on Pango. he needs a shard or something to counteract that, or like I said, a Lotus at some point. But we'll see how he itemizes. Looks like Blink is going to be next for 9. Boxy obviously working on his as well. That's 33 getting chased by Mickey. There's reinforcement in terms of the Winter Wyvern. 33 looks to be an easy kill.
But look how
Instania again.
It's really good stuff. But look at the map split right now. Boxy's playing top lane. Sure, he might die to a bit of aggression, but he's been able to farm up an extra 300-400 gold from being up here.
All right, the Dispose back onto the other side. Snake King trying to finish him off, but it's not going to be enough. So Snake King has to dive away. And Tundra, and they're going to lose Soxa thanks to that Shrapnel. I'm not sure if that was on purpose, but the Dispose out of range of CK, obviously the reinforcements via the mass TP from Liquid, probably would have been enough to save him anyway.
I just really enjoyed how Liquid just played the map there. They're fighting with Wyvern, Ember, and bot pressuring the Beastmaster. You then have Tiny farming top, Viper farming bottom. The fight breaks out, Tiny survives. Everyone TPs, leaving the Viper bottom to keep getting this BKB. These small plays from Mickey is opening up the Tiny to get the Blink, the Viper to get BKB. Sniper's still free farming throughout all of that. Like a 2k lead on net worth between him and the CK. So just the way that Liquid's playing the map, not wasting TPs, eking out all the resources, is allowing them to get to those timings where the items are going to sync up, and they're going to have a nice moment where they can go for Roshan or smoke up as 5. Compared to Tundra, they're playing a little bit more individual right now. They're trying to recover their own games, and they don't have a clean moment where Pango plus Beast can smoke and get a kill. It's a little bit too difficult right now. Yeah, just a refreshing, again, I said it after game 1, but it's a refreshing change of pace from Liquid. They've struggled a little bit in the DPC so far, but this game, it's really nice map
top
movement.
4, you know.
I mean,
that's pretty good.
Still struggled.
Tundra,
There's only
of course,
18.
haven't lost a series, so.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're looking very vulnerable. Although, I mean, the net worth is pretty close despite being down again. Of course, it wasn't anything like last game, which you said looked very convincing. And we're going to see the kill here on the Phoenix. No egg able to be used. I feel like if a team is down by that much in terms of kills, but the net worth is even, the other team is just better at farming, generally. Maybe it was more lineup dependent that game.
Yeah, I feel like
it felt like the thing I was saying backstage is like EG and NA obviously is a completely different comparison, but they would win every laning stage even if they were down.
I'd agree with that assessment if the lineups were the team that had least kills. You know, it's jump away.
Yep, he's fine.
It's like, imagine if the team had 1 kill, but they had a Medusa equal net worth, right? And the Medusa was into, let's say, like a PA or something.
Sure.
That would feel good. If your lineup outscales your opponent and the net worth's even, but you're playing more of the map, you're pushing up more waves, controlling Roshan, and getting just more valued resources, then it's a different story. I think it's too complex to try and generalize, but yeah. In essence, if you have few kills, a weaker lineup, but equal net worth, you are the better team, for sure. But this isn't really happening right now.
I mean, yeah, the last game felt like more of an anomaly than anything.
Yeah, no,
it was super
I'd
weird.
agree, 100%.
As DD now on 9, who obviously has the Diffusal and the Blink Dagger now. We'll see what he wants to go for next. I would assume Shard. But we'll see. And it's actually a minute and a half faster on the Blink than average.
This is the interesting part of the game now. Sniper has BKB. You just mentioned Pango having the Blink Dagger. And it's going to be, how do they utilize it? Do they poke the Sniper, force a BKB, then look for the fight after? That could be a good moment. Do they try and bait out the Winter's Curse? Because if you're Tundra, you can't run head on. You are going to have the issues of the BKB. Viper's about to complete one as well. That's why they're doing this smoke now, trying to find a little wraparound, a little pick-off.
Yep, and he's sending, the CK is sending one illusion mid to try to potentially bait. But we're going to see the Avatos from Boxy.
Oh,
and
nice.
Snake King could get the egg off if he wants. Will do so. But it's already a retreat from Liquid, so they force out the egg. A little bit surprised they didn't have the damage to finish that off, but either way, it's a good spell to be down if you're a Liquid fan.
Still a nice little combo. Very close though. Didn't really catch what damage they missed there, but it looked pretty good. Baiting out the egg though. 100-second cooldown now. 120, sorry.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder, I can hear it. Not being completely activated though. 9. Obviously know that Sniper's in the area.
They've all shot on the great wave.
Yeah,
Oh, is Boxy gonna predict it?
Trying to chase. The CK TP. Soxa TP. Everybody's out. Pango's still there, but he looks to be quite safe.
Just a nice little wave skip. One of the strengths of Pangolier in these closer games. He actually misses the wave. I guess he doesn't see anyone on Radiant, so he's respecting that potential.
Yeah.
Protect the wave play.
Of course, doesn't really have to worry about like a Beastmaster. Since it's on his own team.
Very helpful. Friendly fire is turned off for this game.
Yeah. Oh man, what if that was a thing in Dota? That would be a cool mode, actually. Friendly fire mode.
That's something for the Dota Plus shards. If enough fans donate their shards, after like 1 billion, friendly fire's turned on.
It sounds cool, but it'll probably be so bad to play.
No, right here, right? Yeah. Viper's just killing Matu.
Sniper would be dead already. Roshan already at half HP, and I'm not sure Tundra is in position to try to defend this. We'll see if they can get here in time.
Extra on cooldown, right? They can't do it.
Yeah.
CK used his ult to
smoke though.
We're going for another snipe, but it's a little bit too late.
Yeah, so this time Liquid will get the first Rosh. Aegis on Matu. And he is top net worth by a rather sizable margin. Has the Dragonless BKB Mask of Madness, and like you said, they actually will be the full Daedalus. Instead of just the Crystallis into... What did you say?
So sometimes in the sniper games, they go greedy and they go small crit pre-BKB.
Oh,
in this game, he just respected the aggression of Tundra, went BKB, then going for the crit.
Not able to catch anybody. But the tier 2 tower looks to be Tundra's at the very least, so they can take outpost control, although they are respecting the fact that Liquid are not completely showing on the map.
Tundra just being very annoying with their play right now. 9 skipping mid, jumping back out. Beastmaster getting bottom, making sure that all the lanes are at least pushed in so that Liquid can't just go, all right, let's just smoke diagonally across the map. We know that lanes are in a good spot. You see Zai having to be forced back down to the spot lane. Push it out. Meanwhile, look at mid lane, there's a CK illusion there. Yeah, Tundra, they're kind of playing on mode recovery right now. They don't want to ever kind of run into the Liquid. Even though their cores are doing extremely well. Like, look at the net worth.
3 of the top 4.
Yeah, Sniper, 3 of the lads who are just skipping waves, and then the 2 Liquid cores who are running around relentlessly finding these kills.
Yep, Skeeter gets tossed back in. He has to be careful. Matu just pops the BKB, and it's just right-clicking in melee range. He has no problem with that. Talk about a Chad right there. Obviously has the Aegis, so didn't have to worry too much regardless. Is 9 in that Rolling Thunder. BKB now picked up by CK. Mickey ends up getting a regen rune. As we have Soxa getting the dispose off in range of this egg. Looks like it'll pop. Cold Embrace not going to save Boxy in all likelihood. Another Fire Spirits is enough. So it ends up being a 1-for-1, but obviously much more value kill from Liquid. We'll see what more they can get out of this Aegis.
They've still got another 3 minutes, so plenty of time to get the Tiny back. Realistically, they want to take a tier 2, open up that outpost, get the control of that, have another TP to play around. But yeah, right now it's just Liquid playing around, moving together. Tundra still skipping waves. Like the CK dying top, a little bit ambitious. You showing bot, mid, TPing to the area that they're already playing, but alas, it does happen a couple of times. Real question is, okay, he has BKB actually, he disassembled. So CK is kind of hungry for a fight. Yeah. And they kind of have a decent timing, right? You got the blink on Marcy, you've already had the blink on Pango for some time now. A drum on Beastmaster after his Calm with the Overlord.
Do you take a fight against Aegis?
I think they position aggressively, skip waves, and then when the Aegis is expiring, they can look for a smoke. They play on the vision of Beastmaster, ideally finding the Wyvern first, then unlock the engagement. If they don't do that, the curse will turn the play around and they probably will fall victim to Liquid's lead that they have. But yeah, this is a decent window for Tundra. As long as they can evade these smokes and at least stay out on map, they have a moment to play into the Age of Inspiring.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder coming in
BKB
for Zai. And he's going to get disposed back. And brought down pretty fast. Okay, Cold Embrace into the Winter's Curse, though. And Mickey is here to clean up. This is an absolute disaster for Tundra. 33 ends up getting off his ultimate, but no kills to come at all for Tundra. They lose 3. And Insania is ticking out. Finally does go down to 33's creeps as he is ruffling there.
I mean, he didn't die in the Oracle game, right? The same scenario as a Dragon versus Insania.
No false promise this time. I mean, that was a very fast reaction. Cold Embrace into Winter's Curse turnaround.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, Tundra, we're going to see the highlight here. As they initiate onto the Viper, unfortunately, the Viper was already moving back towards the Viper, so a nice little bait there from Zai. Perfect control, though. Zai wasn't able to get his BKB off, so if Insania wasn't in range, would have been a free kill. But yeah, the speed in which Liquid identified that aggression and quickly pivoted over to him to keep him alive, and he does die.
Oh, he's dying to the whatever that... Oh, I don't even know what the Ancient does.
The tick of
the damage over time thing that it has.
That spell's so bad.
That might be the first kill in the history of Dota.
That is legit the first hero kill with that Ancient. Oh my... Can we watch that again, please?
You're going to miss another kill because of this.
It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter.
I need to literally read what that spell does. It works on buildings, I think, right?
It does.
Yeah, so that is... Oh, it's the last tick?
The last tick.
Well, wow.
And...
Hardcore.
Oh, 2 HP... Oh.
That's embarrassing.
That is really embarrassing.
No.
I don't think... honestly, Insania might be the first ever player in Dota to die to that spell. I don't think I've ever seen anyone die to it.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, the fact that we barely remember what the spell does just shows how much
I couldn't tell you. I'm Googling it right now.
Phantasm by Skeeter. Spot out Mickey. And Matu ends up cleaning up that illusion quite easily. His damage is getting a little bit out of hand. He actually did not go for Daedalus, switched up and went for Butterfly instead. So we'll have good evasion. And a hell of a lot of damage, but no crit yet.
It's called the Ice Fire Bomb. There you go.
Ice Fire Bomb.
It does 50 damage per second.
For how many? Oh boy, they're going to set this up. This could be a big kill. He does not have Aegis on this sniper. Matu is dead despite having that evasion from Butterfly. Dead for 60 seconds. Huge kill for Tundra.
Massive pickoff.
Trying to take over the outpost. Looks like he'll be able to do so.
You know, credit to Tundra again. There's a ward in the Radiant jungle. That's the ward that gives them the vision to see the sniper, to set up the confidence to go for that play. You find a rare opportunity where sniper's alone, you get that kill. And you can never really count Tundra out. Like, as much as, you know, sniper's having a good game, the fact that the next 3 cores are Tundra, they are going to scale beautifully into this game. Liquid will eventually run into a hurdle where Viper doesn't really become a hero anymore. It will kind of put more emphasis on Sniper and Ember really, you know, carrying the torch for the team.
Yeah, it just feels like they're better at farming. That's what it feels like to me in both games so far.
But that's where, like, the definition of better at farming is you are actively seeking to farm. Liquid is actively seeking to fight, therefore you naturally farm less, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's like the mindset of the teams is different. And for Liquid, it's more high risk, high reward, where this mindset of looking for that fight. You joked about the crit tweet, right?
Yeah.
If you don't find the fight, if you are only getting a couple kills, that naturally will always be worse than farming 7 jungle camps, the Ancients 3 lanes, right? Like, it's just...
To be fair, last game they had a shit ton of kills, and they were still getting out.
That's true.
And that might just be a formula problem. I don't know.
I wish we asked for the breakdown in that game, actually.
Yeah.
Between, like, where the goal came from.
I feel like you could study that game for so long. It's so interesting to watch.
Like, for example, like in this game, it's 8 kills up.
Yeah, this one's not.
The creep score is just probably heavily favoring Tundra right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they're nearly, what was it, 100 more, mid to mid, like 60, 70 more. Yeah, they're just pushing out more lanes.
Yeah, Liquid, it just feels like in both games they're prioritizing the gank as the egg comes out.
Can they even... Ulti wants to go in, Mickey wants to kill it.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage on the box. He already had half HP and the dive away to safety. But Liquid just have this kind of fight mentality, brawl, if you want to call it that, and Tundra just trying to dodge the ganks, obviously, and just farming pretty efficiently.
It's how Secret won their series. I don't know, not their series today, they lost that one. Or the one against Tundra, they lost that one.
Or Secret.
It was, I think, the one against Alliance. Okay, there's a one. Oh, God, sorry. But against Alliance, all right? Like, in the first week, they did a really good job at, like, kiting out the aggression and taking the fight when they wanted to. And it was that comeback style of play Tundra is kind of doing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of... I didn't think it would be a flame. I thought they won another one, but...
It's okay to say something negative about a team, you know. Actually, that wasn't even negative. You're just stating a fact.
I'm literally just looking at the page now. Like, I'm just
like how you just have
it
PTSD or something. Oh, no, I can't say anything.
Dive,
this is interesting. 9 is going Scotty, by the
guy
way, on the Pangolier. Is this...
Sorry?
9 is going Scotty on Pango.
It's the whole...
Is that the negative
thing,
regen?
right? Yeah, pretty much. Like, the CK doesn't really want to buy it in this game. You kind of need a little bit more lockdown yourself. He's going for the Orchid. Looks like it's going to become a Bloodthorn. And yeah, for Pangolier, it's that non-committal Scardia application, right? Throw onto the Wyvern, the Viper, anyone you're jumping so the Cold Embrace doesn't have effect. They look pretty good. Yeah, I don't mind it.
Pretty cool.
Also, you get tankier. I think it's nice for the Pangolier to actually buy items to get just raw HP. Because if he is ever clipped by a curse with the CK, you might still survive. You're not just going to get 100 to 0 with some 1700
yeah,
HP.
that is actually a good point. Pango's not a hero that will typically buy things that give him a lot of HP. And you have the damage reduction with the shield crash, so actually getting away with something like this could prove to be really important.
Like, he could potentially go for like BKB Lincolns as well in this game, just to be that I blink into the middle of the fight. Sure, I tank the Viper, the Ember, the Curse, but then it's like, okay, what do you do? And that kind of goes back to your point earlier about it being the Pango game. His game is to be absorbing everything.
Right.
Big Roshan fight.
We got a big smoke from Tundra as Roshan's being attempted. 9 into the Rolling Thunder. Winter's Curse is there. CK's going to be caught. You can see Matu getting rolled on consistently. Pops the BKB though. Egg finally expended. The Stun Ray doing a shit ton of damage. It's Matu kind of stuck in place thanks to the Cold Embrace. That's going to be used on top of the BKB. Not the greatest use of spells. He's going to buy back, but that's without a BKB. Looks like Zai's going to be the first to fall for Liquid as Tundra resetting now. There's the Avalanche. 9 able to buy a little bit of space. Still surviving with a lot of HP and a big reality rift. Skeeter absolutely deletes Boxy. Nice dispose onto 2 heroes into the shield crash with the Sun Ray to follow. Matu, this is going to be a dieback for him. He is donezo. Triple kill for Skeeter as Tundra have taken firm control of this game. They will not get the Wyvern, surprisingly, but they will get the second Roche.
Cool, calm, and collected farm for 30 minutes for Tundra to just play one fight beautifully underneath their own high ground vision on the side of Roshan on the right side. Poor Matu.
Yeah, that is a dieback for Matu.
A banging smoke, though. They have the high ground vision on the right side, they smoke from the left, and they force all the spells to be used Liquid, like, defensively. And in doing so, they disengage from the Roshan pit. And little old Sniper, you're in the middle of the river. There's no way you could ever take a fight in the middle of the river against Tundra's heroes. You're the one that needs to be on the high ground, the team in front of you.
Right.
This was a moment where Liquid's aggression just put themselves in a really bad position to take a fight. And
One fight, 12K.
Exactly. Yeah,
one
that's
fight.
It. Well,
That's
okay, it's
insane.
one fight, a Sniper dieback, he was top net worth.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things.
So,
But you're right, it was one fight.
Yes, I don't know what you're arguing.
I don't know.
It just, I understand.
Like I'm trying to be Cinderin.
Anybody that casts something just wants to argue just for the sake of it. We should mention 4 of the 5 heroes on Tundra already have shards, so we're going to see the Marcy shard. Although he has it in his inventory, is not consuming it yet. I think he's still reading what it does. Let's read it. Rebound can be set to auto-cast to throw the targeted unit instead of rebounding off it. This one's too complicated for me, T-Gov. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if this is even good. He might not even want it.
Marcy, go jump. Unit, he'd jump, go woof, instead of jump.
Okay, great. Well, he's not consuming it, so I don't know if he is actually wanting.
He's tabbed out. Wiki, Marcy.
He deleted it! He actually attacked it! He doesn't want the shard, I'm telling you. Nobody understands what this thing does. Soxa, that's my boy. Let's see a replay of that shit. I think that is basically Soxa's way of telling Ice Rock, please redesign this shard.
Can I get that one more time? But if you just look at Soxa, he's got his face, his camera in a really good position. You can actually not even see his reaction.
Yeah.
Because look at his webcam. You can't see his rival. He's just...
I would say he's too tall, but that actually doesn't make any sense.
No.
This is a first for me.
To be clear, though, the shard, if you set it to autocast, that's when it does the spell.
Like, he doesn't want to read about it, all right? I can totally understand that. Is they're going to get the rebound. Or that's not the rebound. That's the dispose.
God.
To a kill onto Tiny.
I've never seen a player just actively go nuts.
Oh, man. All right, whoever was on the panel for this series, whoever wins this series, that has to be a question. If it's for Liquid, you ask, do you know that he deleted the shard?
So for Tundra, the questions are mid-void.
Yes.
You've got deleting the shard.
Yeah.
Did he know what the... Did they just
you know what? Let's not do their jobs for them. Okay, they're getting paid for this.
Now, Lacoste has already got his notepad out. He's like, oh, yes, I love this.
Damn it.
He's going to throw in one meme question. He's good.
Yeah, of course.
MVP Lacoste. But yeah, again, Liquid, when you're an aggressive team, if you can't capitalize on the aggression, get the Aegis, it feels a lot worse because the opponent will kind of ride that wave and get to a point where they rebuttal you.
Zai. Oh, man, that was close. Wait. Not be over. There's a scan, but it's on the bottom of the mini-map. Saxa is going to show now.
Just going to do a quick test run.
Okay.
Saxa?
We do.
Saxa. I pronounced it twice, 2 in a row.
I don't know why you have trouble with that.
Bro, I don't know, man.
Think of your foot. What are you wearing right now? You're wearing socks. Sock? Sa.
Yeah, but the issue... Okay, anyway. I have a slur, all right? So, like, every time I say the word, my brain just tells me...
Just think of a sock, for God's sake, a Skeeter.
Saxa's going in!
All right. Gonna try to focus on the Ember Spirit, who's on the cliff right now. Disposed back onto the Wyvern.
What a good
egg is placed. That is the Sunray coming through. Remember, everybody has shard except Marcy, who never will. I guarantee it. All right. Winter's Curse. Actually, that's the Roar. Onto the Matu. Already had the BKB. There's the Winter's Curse, trying to slow things up for Skeeter. But now they're going to apply all their pressure to Matu. He's dead. 80 seconds on the deck. And Tundra just rolling away with this one. Look at all the repositioning spells they have. They might as well have a Pudge on their team, for God's sake. Sunray coming in again through the egg. That's the refresher. Ultra kill for Skeeter. He is dominating right now. Mickey trying to take out 9, but there's the shard coming in. Mickey. Okay, he's going to give the rampage. Nice stuff. Well done, CK.
Good job.
Applause is made. That was for the deletion of... I mean, they wouldn't have been able to do that unless Sox had actually attacked his own shard, of course. Buyback, though, from Ember. All these heroes at relatively low HP, Tundra's going to play this somewhat disciplined. Wait. They're going to set this. Oh, my God, they couldn't get the stun. But the Orchid is there, and that's now a dieback for Mickey. That should be the end of game number 2. And GGs do come out. So this goes to game number 3, which I think everybody should be quite happy